Hardware and software in this video were provided as part of the MetaQuest Creator Program.
Hey folks, welcome to another VR video. Today we're checking out Out of Scale, which is a Kurzgesagt adventure. I may have pronounced that wrong. This is also by Shell Games, which is one of my favorite developers. We're going to go ahead and click start here.
Welcome to the Kurzgesagt Scale Lab, where we investigate all things great and small. Please keep hands and feet inside the lab at all times. You may use the yellow bar to adjust your position until you're comfortable. Comfortable.
Oh, sorry about that. I've been on standby I've been hard at work doing stuff. Anyway, you must be on a tour of the Kurzgesagt labs, huh? Well, lucky you've wandered into the best lab by far. Let me show you around. Check out the blue capsule on the left. This is my greatest invention, a way to overcome the laws of physics. Shrinkagen. If you add it to things, they become teeny tiny. And I managed to invert it so I can also scale things to giant size.
Nice.
It can get a bit tricky when you overdo it, but 70% of the time it works every time.
70% of the time,
almost forgot.
every time.
There should be a tablet with yellow handles
Okay.
nearby. Could you pick it? That's the lab tab. It works as a travel guide for this lab. It records as I talk and makes suggestions about what to do next.
Okay.
You can use your thumbstick to scroll and go between pages while you're holding. Right, the one with the big handle in the middle. This is the Scalevator. It lets you grow and shrink this whole lab so you can visit other realms and see the worlds within worlds around you for yourself. It can also take the lab outside. Let me demonstrate. Wow, it's good to be out
There's
again.
a duck. over
So
there.
much data to be collected. But I'm sure you can't wait to try out my invention. Do you see a boxy white tool
I
with a
do.
yellow
I
handle?
do.
There it is, the multi-tool. The first thing it does is analyze things. Hold down the trigger and point it good. Despite their name, rubber ducks are generally made of plastic, not rubber.
Okay.
But it will still make a perfect guinea pig. To collect it, you'll need one of these red capsules with a big window in front.
Red
I use Shrinkagen to store the tools when they're not needed.
Okay.
Keeps the lab looking tidy. Good. Despite their name, rubber ducks are generally made of plastic, not rubber. Put that in the multi-tool.
Put this in the multi-tool.
Now point the multi-tool at the rubber duck and press the... Yes. I've missed this. Now comes... Let's scale it up and make a huge rubber duck. I have many more Shrinkagen tanks stored away. We can use this one. Whoops, that's its regular size. We want to make a
regular
really big rubber duck.
My bad.
That's okay though. You can just collect it again with the multi-tool.
Alright, so regular size is human. We're gonna
Now
make it
press
big.
the button to send the giant rubber duck into the world.
Do it.
Well done.
Well
now,
done.
to take a look at the new giant duck, we will get huge ourselves. Go to the other machine, the Scalevator, and set its lever to the mountain icon.
Now it's
Then,
gonna make us
press
big.
the button when you're ready to see what this lab can really do.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm excited. We're going to become gigantic.
Welcome to the mountain realm. You are so big now that the city looks like a bunch of toys below you. Speaking of toys, I grabbed the controller with the little antenna. This is the Duck Drone. Duck can reach and manipulate things outside while you stay safe and cozy in the lab. It has lots of useful tools. This one, the claw, grabs when you press the trigger on that controller.
Love it.
Use it to pick up the rubber duck. Then we'll do a little obstacle course. You could fly out to, let's say that lighthouse out on the lake
okay.
and take a turn around it.
Oops.
Oh no, not another problem. My sensors are showing substantial shrinkogen leakage in the city. The wave must have hit the storage tanks. Who knows what happened this time?
Oops.
No, I refuse to be shut down again. Please, you need to help me. We need to get down there now.
Shrinkogen. Investigate the shrinkogen leak. So if we need to get down there, maybe we should make ourselves human. Okay, this is not
Wow,
pleasant.
they are marvelous. I mean, horrible. The sensor report says the shrinkogen tanks are completely, just like I feared, it's an inverted shrinkogen malfunction. Basically, the shrinkogen has merged with the ants. If you want to analyze something, you'll need to remove the capsule from the multi-tool. It's not a multitasking tool. Do you see the spikes on their back? And the ones trying to cut out parts of buildings?
Yeah.
These must be leafcutter ants. They're called that because this is a major leafcutter ant. Majors are the biggest of the 4 subgroups of leaf threats that need taking care of. When one major signals a threat to the rest of the group, this one is a minor, one of the smaller leafcutter ants. Leafcutters live in complex societies where every caste has a different task. Miners forage for food and leaves to bring back a volcano. Quick, put a capsule in the multi-tool and collect it so I can return it. It must have been hit by the leak as well. The good news is, this now moves the yellow lever to the correct scale and press the good. I sent that back to the energy lab and saved the shrinkogen.
Okay.
It was probably not the only one. If you can find the others, we can collect enough shrinkogen for the ants.
Okay. There's gonna be other things?
This must have been left over from the wave earlier. Too bad for us. It doesn't seem to have damaged the ants. They have water-repellent surfaces. Pesky giant buggers. This is a major leafcutter ant. Majors are the biggest. Cardboard and foam? What an odd flavor for a donut.
Alright. What else are we looking for here? Things that seem to be...
Another duck? Shouldn't you be at your own lab? And it's gone. Strange. Keep an eye out for more ducks, would you? I'll track them in the collections page of the lab tab.
Can I pick up one of these ants by chance?
Let's focus on gathering the ants in one place while you collect enough shrinkogen to shrink them down.
Okay. Shrinkogen. What seems to be larger than it should be? That.
This is a bacteriophage, or bacteria eater. I can't believe the wave washed it all the way out here. More inverted shrinkogen, but the blast must have been... Return this to its original size, so we can harvest the shrinkogen back. It feels great to be back in the scaling game, even with those giant ants and all. Well done, I sent that back to its home lab. Keep an eye out for more things like this.
Okay.
They may be our ticket to shrink these ants. So we have 2 groups of ants here. The miners, which are responsible for finding food and resources,
Right.
and the majors, which protect the colony from threats.
Right.
Maybe we can use that behavior to our advantage. Let's see how they act in their natural environment, the insect realm.
Oh. We're gonna go to the insect realm now.
Off to the insect realm.
Alright.
This anthill is probably where those giant ants used to live.
Right.
Anthills are complex constructions with many chambers connected by tunnels. Like the ants, each chamber has a function like being a nursery, waste disposal, fungi garden, or keeping aphids. This ant must be the queen ant. It's much bigger than the rest, even bigger than the majors. Plus it has a crown on its head. Major ant mandibles are strong enough to even take on large enemies like anteaters and armadillos, even when they're regular size. Leafcutter workers are actually divided into 4 subgroups based on their sizes. The smallest ones are minims, and then there are the minors, medias, and majors, which are the largest. A minim can be so much smaller than a major that it can fit comfortably on its head.
There we go, another one?
I'll have to have a word with the energy lab. They clearly aren't storing their nuclear waste properly.
What else we got?
Look, there's one of the minor... More.
Ah, another duck.
If you had some of those pheromones, you could lead the minor ants wherever you wanted. A telescope. It's amazing what you can do with a set of curved mirrors in a tube. Look, there's one of the minor ants.
Okay.
Pheromones are essential for ants to communicate. It's a little like a scent trail, except instead of sniffing with noses like we would, ants pick up pheromones via receptors on their antennae, and those pheromones can convey information like threat
Cool.
or donut. Major ant mandibles are strong enough to even take on large enemies like anteaters and armadillos, even when they're regular size. Great, that was all the shrinkogen to be collected around here. Now, let's get those ants all together so we can shrink them.
So I think I'm going to end it here. This has been a brief look, at least, at Out of Scale. A new fun title from the folks at Shell Games. Educational, as it may be. Pretty long transcript of what we've just done. It was actually based on a television or web series company called Kurzgesagt that does this type of experimentation in science. A nice educational title here on the Quest platform. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back with more content soon. Until next time, get out there and enjoy some VR for yourself. And thanks for watching. Bye-bye now.